What's going on, guys? Now, I know I promised a review on Arrested Development Season 4, and this is the video. I wanted to do this for quite a bit. I've just been busy with all my other stuff, especially getting my short film done, and then I got inspired to do a web series because of this and a couple other things that were rattling in my head. So, here is the review. Like I said, I'm talking about Arrested Development Season 4 and what I liked and what I didn't like about this season. Main reasons why I like this season: the characters are all back, they all agreed to do it, and it didn't seem like they missed a step. Granted, they haven't played these characters in about 10 years, and it seems like they jumped right in and knew how to play these guys once again. Now, the writing for this season was a little bit the same of the old charm from seasons 1 through 3, because it was the creator who actually wrote all this season. But it was a little bit different because he actually came up with a concept for this whole season. The concept I really love, but it is very repetitive to a casual viewer. The concept I'm talking about is each character essentially gets either 1 or 2 episodes this season. There's 15 episodes altogether, so I want to say every character at least got 1 episode, except for two or 3 characters actually had 2 episodes. Because what essentially is, it's one big long episode told through about 9 points of view. People will assume, will hate because, oh, I just watched that episode several times before, but from every point of view it's different, and you get to see what each character sees, which is really cool and really innovative. The cinematography in this was just amazing. It's that same traditional style that you're used to. It was more like a documentary style, without it being considered a documentary, like The Office and Parks and Rec are considered, because they break the fourth wall. And then they upgraded to high def, in which the previous seasons 1 through 3 were technically considered standard def because of the broadcast settings weren't available in high def at the time. And then they shot them with Sony F900s, which are considered high def by Sony standards, but were broadcast, like I said, in standard def. And then this go around, they actually shot them on the Red Epics, which is pretty sweet, and you can totally tell the difference that these guys really pay attention to high def. There's good and bad with high definition, especially when you shoot on something like the Reds, where they do like 5K. You see everything, and a lot of these people did have stuff done to them because this has been 10 years out. So you see everything from makeup to plastic surgery and such. Another kind of complaint I have about this season is a lot of green screen. Now, I know Jason Bateman, Michael Cera, and Jessica Walter are the ones that actually have been working on other stuff besides stuff after Arrested Development. Now, I know Jason Bateman and Michael Cera have become major movie stars because of this television series, and Jessica Walter is now Mallory Archer from the Archer cartoon series. So I know everybody else has been getting stuff here and there, and especially like Will Arnett, who has done other television shows after this, and they've all failed. And David Cross picks and chooses what he does, and then Jeffrey Tambor, everybody knows that he's the father figure in the Hangover franchise, and he's done spots here and there, but you know, it's not as successful as Bateman or Cera. In terms of the green screening, yeah, a lot of it was used because due to the schedule of all the actors, they couldn't get them all together, and it is very visible in this season. A lot of it, you can totally tell that they're staring off onto a screen to look for eye lines, and horrible green screening by the horrible chroma keying by the editors, because you actually see halo effects of the green in some of the characters, especially if they're wearing white. It didn't deter me. It kind of made it noticeable, but it didn't deter me from continuing to watch this season. There's a lot of hidden gems in this, little Easter eggs, because they know people are going to be watching this on computers or laptops. That in one of the episodes, there was a Facebook chat chime. I caught myself stopping the episode and checking my Facebook because it was open, and I know it caught my cousin, and it caught a lot of people. It was all over Twitter, and I thought it was hilarious. And of course, all the guest stars they had on there, having Seth Rogen and Kristen Wiig play the young George Sr. and Lucille. Terry Crews being the politician in there was pretty funny. Or having the reoccurring actors of Liza Minnelli as Lucille too, Scott Baio as Blah Blah Blah, who only is in like one episode. Harry Winkler as Barry Zuckerkorn, the awful family attorney, was amazing. Having Liza Fisher as Ron Howard's illegitimate daughter was pretty cool. Having Ron Howard himself in it was funny. And then Ed Helms and John Krasinski in one episode was funny. It was one of those things that Arrested Development did a lot of satire, especially in this season. They talk about the whole housing market crash and the economy, and making fun of filmmaking in this season, because they were trying to set it up for an Arrested Development movie. It is a subplot in this season. Now I know that the CEO of Netflix is down for another season of this, and they did leave it open. However, unless everybody's on board and they all open the schedules at the same time, it is not going to work. But they did leave that plot open for Arrested Development movie, and they should just end it with that. So overall, I would give this season of Arrested Development a 4.5 out of 5. It is not a complete 5 because it didn't truly blow me away, but it did bring me back to the past seasons before, and I love it, and I still continue to watch it. Now, like I said, I would rather see a complete and final Arrested Development movie over a season 5, but it's up to what the creator wants to do and what Netflix is willing to do. If they get everybody on board to do a full complete season all together at the same time, it will work, but I would rather just have them throw a whole bunch of money and create a 2-hour movie or an hour-and-a-half movie. But that's going to be it for that review. Now, one quick thing, about a week ago, I actually picked up a new CD. I am a true huge heavy metal fan, and I knew about this Killswitch Engage album for quite a bit. I didn't know when it was going to come out, and I knew that there was some drama that the original lead singer was going to be coming back to do the vocals and be a permanent member again. Because Howard Jones, who replaced the original lead singer, decided to leave the band. He was just disinterested in creating music anymore, so he left. And the fact that they brought back their old lead singer, which he left due to personal reasons and came back, just made the album just kick ass as their very first major label debut. Go check it out. I'll put a picture here of what the album cover looks like, but this whole past week I've been on a Killswitch Engage kick, and this album is just balls to the wall, fast, heavy, and ridiculously good. If you're a fan of Killswitch Engage from the past, or just recently become a Killswitch Engage fan, it's just as good as the stuff that Howard Jones was in. And Jesse, the original lead singer, his previous early stuff with Killswitch, it's just as good. I kind of got disinterested in Killswitch from their last album because it was very dark and moody, and it just wasn't the same as their previous efforts. But this just reaffirms that Killswitch is back, and that I can't wait to see them on tour, because this album really does kick ass. But that's it. I'm gonna go back to working on other stuff, editing, doing channel banners for some of my friends, and continue writing this web series that you guys will probably like if you're into the whole comedy like Arrested Development and The Office, and really like behind the scenes filmmaking. It's this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be done in the fall, and then hopefully we'll get at least a couple seasons out of it. But that is it. I will see you guys next time for another movie review. Later.